Jr. didn't waste much time in getting out of the way, but Buckshot Jones tries to make a move. Now thinks better of it behind Randy LaJoie.
Buckshot was on the pole for a long time this afternoon, but before Randy LaJoie and Dale Earnhardt Jr. bumped him off, so he has a fast race car.
That's 0-0. Buckshot Jones, Aqua Fresh, sponsor on that car as he follows. Mike McLaughlin, 34 car, leading a long group of cars, and there's Steve Park trying to go by. That's Labonte, Terry Labonte, the 5 car behind him.
And you can see everybody was anxious to get down on the bottom of the racetrack, get in single file, because the bottom group here is the best group at the Bristol Motor Speedway, at least in the early going of the race.
There's Matt Kent's at the car number 17, trying to make a move on the inside. Beautiful shot from high above Bristol Motor Speedway. There's our leader coming out of turn 4. And Buckshot and LaJoie, anytime at all to relax here.
Keeping the pressure on.
Jimmy Spencer, the 20 car, Stevie Reeves in 96. We can see the cars as they move around. Stevie Reeves had to get out of the accelerator, going off turn 4 just a little bit that time.
That is 15 to 16, Penny. That's 20 and 96. Reeves, you're riding along the Big A Auto Parts in-car camera, looking out the windshield at the Zippo Chevy for Spencer. There's Reeves, who set on the pole here in this race in 1995.
Spencer tries to take a look on the inside of Hermie Sadler. That's Hermie in the 1 car.
That's 14, 15, 16, and 17 is Hermie Sadler. And Spencer has to get on the brakes to miss him.
Might not have missed him totally, might have tested just a little bit, but no harm done. Stevie Reeves was one of the fastest in practice all day long here, but he slipped a little bit in qualifying. He thought he would be in the top 5. Here's some passes being made.
That's Mark Krogh in the 80 car going by. Robert Preston, 47. They've got Brad Teague, that's the 77, hung on the outside, and the cars just keep going by as Mike Dillon, the 72 car, goes to the inside.
And they're going to go by you down on the inside.
That's back in 26th, 7th, and 8th position. You're watching back there. The 56 car trying to make a move. Being shown now back in 31st.
That's Jeff Krogh. He goes by.
Meanwhile, back up front, battle for second spot, and Dale Earnhardt Jr., who said he's never seen this racetrack before tonight.
He did.
Give a good look at it right now. Tim Feeder is coming up to the threesome up front. Feeder will drive in the 33 car. Here's trouble on the front straightaway.
Mike Dillon.
Front straightaway. Pile him up. Easy, buddy.
Now the spotters telling the drivers problems. And you see what's left of Mike Dillon's car. There's the 2 cars involved. The car number 4 and the car number 80. That is Mark Krogh and Dale Shaw. Driving for James Finch. There's Shaw. His first ever visit to Bristol, which he will not forget. And Mark Krogh.
And Dale Shaw picked up a sponsor now. Then we see the damage to the Detroit gasket car of Dillon, and he's over the line, but the crew just starts pushing behind the wall because they know they've got some work to do. And Dale Shaw picked up. Oh, look at that the rear spring rolling across the racetrack. I guess that's out of Dale Shaw's car, I would guess, as he has driven away, but lots of damage.
All right, let's see if we can see what may have happened here at the start-finish line.
Coming off turn 4. And you see at the left of your screen, a couple of cars gets together. Mark Krogh and maybe Robert Presley got together coming off the turn. Then you saw Mike Dillon in the car number 72 come into it, and Dale Shaw got involved as well.
Boy, Lyndon Amon did a nice job to miss this bunch. Here's a 35, or did he? No, he got the back of Shaw.
I'd see Lyndon Amon ran in the back of 4 car. That's what turned the 4 car around. And he comes into this 80 car hard. Watch this car jump up in the air and he hits.
Both back ends up in the air. Boy, Phil Parsons got through, and he had a pretty good look from this channel lock-in car.
Okay, see the smoke up in front. He starts waving, get out of the way, guys. And boy, did he do some good maneuvering through there. Took the high road, and that was the right road.
Boy, Phil said 1 car to lose today is enough. He lost his primary car in practice this morning on the first lap when the throttle hung down in turn 1. under caution for the first time tonight. First of what hopefully will not be that many, but I'm afraid it will be. Back with more in a moment. Lap 14. We are currently showing 18 laps complete. And here's why we have the yellow flag.
Mark Krogh, the 80 car, comes off the corner. There we see the car going sideways. He comes up, spins around and around, does a good job keeping it off the wall, not back in the wall, but all of a sudden Mike Dillon plows into him. And meanwhile, behind him, Dale Shaw is getting punted in the 4 car right here. The 4 car, watch, boom. Lyndon Amick hits the 4 car in the back. He's going to spin, turn 180 degrees, and back into the 80 car, and boom, both cars fly up in the air.
And this is not the kind of debris you like to see after a wreck. That's part of a rear coil spring, probably out of the car number 4.
Probably so, the way that the back end, there were those two cars that hit, and the back end came off the ground. That could have lifted the spring out of either one of them.
And Ned, the car number 35 involved Lyndon Amick, and it's been a tough week for that entire family.
Well, really, and the team Amick Motorsports, driven by Lyndon, of course, will run Get Well Julie logos on their number 35 Pontiac during this race tonight. Julie Amick, who's the wife of David Amick, is hospitalized with cancer at the Medical University of South Carolina, located in Charleston. Certainly our best wishes go out to that whole family.
Indeed they do. Let's check in down in the Randy LaJoie pits with Bill Weber. Bill?
Okay, Jerry, as you know, the driver drives the car, but the spotter is the one that helps him get around the track. Well, for Randy LaJoie, his spotter's radio has gone dead. For now, his car owner, Bill Bumgardner, is on top of the team rig here in the garage area, and he'll spot for Randy. They're trying to figure out how to get his spotter a new radio. The only problem here at Bristol, the spotters are on the outside of the track, the radio's on the inside, and during the race, it's pretty tough to get across the track. Update on Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's told his crew the car feels good. I'm just trying to work these guys right now. So he's adapted to Bristol pretty well. Then when the caution came out, he asked his crew, how many laps have we run here? And they said, about 12 or 13. He goes, man, it only feels like 3.
Boy, Bristol without a spotter, that's sort of like you trying to eat without a fork, Benny. That's almost hard to do.
It sounds to me like we got to have a spare radio for the spotter at a racetrack like Bristol where you can't get out to them.
Good idea.
All right, there's Dale Earnhardt Jr., Church Brothers Collision Repair Specialist. Let's hope they don't need that sponsor tonight, as the young man running impressively in 3rd spot. So LaJoie is our leader. We'll be right back.